So I'm going to walk you through a GitHub assignment, accepting an assignment, and cloning it to your local repository. First thing is somewhere I'll post a link to the assignment or to the GitHub assignment. You're going to click on that link. Once you do, you're going to be asked to select yourself from the list. Go ahead and skip that step if you're not there. If you are there, obviously pick your name. And it's going to ask you to accept the assignment. Once you accept the assignment, you'll have this repository in your GitHub account. Note that you have to be signed in to your GitHub account to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the assignment. It's going to think for a few minutes, and after a little while, it will make my own copy of the labs in GitHub in the cloud. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, and it'll direct me to that assignment or give me the link. So if I click on this link, here is my Chapter 1 Labs assignment. I can see right here that it has a couple different files in it. Looks like a couple Java files and a README. Obviously, I want you guys to start at the README. You can read the instructions from here, or once we open it in VS Code, you can open them. You can read them from there. So we need to clone the Chapter 1 repository to our local computer. We're going to do that by opening VS Code. So I'm going to open Visual Studio Code. You can use a different IDE, whatever you want. This is the one that I'm going to walk you through. Next, what I need to do is I need to be able to clone that repository. So right now, my repository is living in the cloud. It's on the internet here. I need to get a copy of it on my specific computer. So I'm going to click on this green button, and I'm going to copy this URI. So I'm going to copy that link and then go back over to VS Code, and I'm going to click on the version control. It looks like little branches here, like a little map. I'm going to click on Clone Repository, and I'm going to paste that URI, Uniform Resource Indicator, that I copied from GitHub, and that's going to make a copy onto my computer. Okay, so I'm going to open that. It's going to ask me, where do I want to save it? If you're on a school computer, you probably want to save it to your H drive, your home drive. And if you have a folder for CSA, that would be good. So I'm going to go ahead and make one for this year, new folder, 23. And I'm going to clone the Chapter 1 Labs down to here. Okay, it's going to think for a minute, and that's making a copy of all the folders that were in the cloud and putting them on my local computer. I'm going to open that folder so that I can now see the same 3 Java files that were here in the cloud: problems.java, account.java, simple.java, a README, a gitignore, and a .github. So don't worry about the gitignore for now. Just get it to your local computer. Sure. Don't worry about updates. We'll do that at the end. Okay. Next thing we want to do, we want to open this README. If you just click on it, it looks nice and ugly. What it would be helpful is if you had the nicely formatted version so that it looked like the same thing as we saw on the internet. So we're going to go ahead and go to extensions, and I want you to find the Markdown all-in-one. So if you search for Markdown, I believe it's this one, Markdown all-in-one. We want to install it. I already have it installed, so I see the uninstall button, but you should see a button that says install. I would install that. Makes it a little bit easier for you to see and read the instructions. What that allows you to do is hit the preview right here, and now I have a nicely formatted version of my instructions. Okay. Got all that. That kind of gets you to this point right here. Everything beyond this is just starting the lab. So that's what I wanted to go over in this video. First, I click on the link and accept the assignment. Select your name from the list. Second, we get the click on the green code button and copy that uniform resource indicator. Copy the link. Okay. Third, we opened up VS Code. We went to this source control tab and we did clone repository. Okay. If I have one open, then it looks a little bit different. My options are different. Last, we installed the Markdown all-in-one extension so that we can read the nicely formatted version of the instructions. That's it for getting started.